Hey guys, I'm Erica Carlson with BRIX Real Estate. I work in the Twin Cities Metro, mostly on the Minneapolis side. Thank you so much for joining me on my video today. I want to talk about the wants versus needs list. And if we remember back to middle school social studies, I think they talked about, wants, needs would be like food and shelter, and, wants is kind of like everything that's not essential, right? So when you're shopping for a house, it's really important to get your priorities straight. And I have another really good video about setting priorities. But I also think it's important to think about wants versus needs and how that works in a house situation when you're shopping. This is a pretty complicated purchase when you think about it. Also, an example from a colleague that I really liked is like when you go car shopping, you don't like go to the dealership and like try the SUV and try a pickup and try a sedan. You kind of know which type of vehicle you need or want, and so you wouldn't waste your time like jumping through all those things. So it's the same thing with houses. Like get clear about, I want a 2-story, or the deck, or how many bedrooms. Like get clear about it, because you're going to waste a lot of time looking at houses that aren't the right ones when you don't know what you want. And that's why real estate agents really push you to go do some like soul searching. Now you have to do it on your own. And then if you're buying the house with a sibling, a parent, a partner of some sort, then you obviously are going to have to make some compromises and talk through your wants versus needs in your priority list. So I'm going to push the priority list off to the side and like just keep it really simple with your wants and needs list. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. You might want to write this down, or grab your phone if you have some sort of app you can do this in. I'm going to give you some examples, and I'm just going to be really crystal clear about what this means. Because I think once you hear it, it's going to go from like, this all sounds really obvious, to once I give you the examples, it might be a little bit of that aha where it's like, okay, I wasn't thinking of it this way before. So let's start versus wants. So needs would be something like enough square footage. Think about how many people are probably going to live in this house, how many pets. At first, I didn't really understand the square footage, but once you look at a few houses, look at the square footage numbers so you can start getting an idea of like, this is 2,000 square feet, this is 3,000, this is 1,000. So you kind of know how small or big those spaces actually are. Think about your minimum of bedroom and bath. Again, that probably depends on how many people live in the house. Think about the need of where certain spaces are in the house. So what I mean by that is, let's say I'm having trouble going up and down stairs, then maybe I have to have a bedroom on the main level. It's not a want, it's actually a necessity to make this house work for our lifestyle. Or maybe you just need it so there's only one step coming into the house and not a variety of stairs. Most of us have rules around how far we're willing to drive to work and school, depending on what's going on in your life. So we actually have an app on the MLS that if you give us the address, we can say, all right, this is 15 minutes away at 7 o'clock in the morning traffic, and we can help you determine what that looks like. You just have to request that. Think about garage spaces. Can you live without a garage? Does it have to be connected? Is detached okay? Think about that. And then a need might be, well, if I have children or pets, do I need a certain size yard, or do I need a yard? Can I live in a condo? Sometimes those are those deal breakers. So now a want would be like, I want a blue house. So nobody needs a certain color of house. You just might have a preference. Again, you could paint it. So it shouldn't really be a deal breaker. Pool, jacuzzis, some sort of water feature. Those would all be extras. So those would be wants, not needs. Fenced in yard. I hear that a lot. A lot of people want a fence because of pets or children. You can add a fence. So it really isn't a need because you can add it. You might say, I only want carpet, or I only want hardwood floors. Again, changeable. I wouldn't make a house a deal breaker based on those things because it's changeable. Same with room color. Not everybody wants a pink room. It's inexpensive to fix or change to your liking. Kitchen amenities, countertops, cabinets, appliances. that can be changed. That's not a need, it's a high want probably. Walk-in shower, double vanities, you know, sometimes bathrooms are only so large or whatnot, so you might not be able to get those things. But again, they're probably just wants. Nobody needs 2 sinks. In fact, it's kind of a silly feature. Once you have it, it's really not a necessity. So as you're making this draft for yourself, it's really an essential part of the process. One, I would say, is priorities. You know, location. Is that more important than the neighborhood, or is the neighborhood more important than the size of the house or whatever? This wants and needs list is fantastic to have for yourself and your partner. It's a good conversation starter, or maybe it's a good fighter starter. But you do want to have these conversations before moving on. We are doing a 90-day to homeowner challenge. And so if you haven't downloaded the guide, I'll put the link below. We would love to have you. It starts whenever you start. So it's not like just because we're in week 4 or 5 or whatever, when you're seeing this video, it isn't finished. And so it really does just start when you decide to join us. So we'd love to have you. Hope that this video was helpful. I'm always here for you if you need anything. Thanks.